The New York Red Bulls are going to win the League's Cup, and I'm about to prove it to you right now. I wish I could say that and mean it, but I can't. But welcome back to the channel. If you guys have been following along, you know that the League's Cup is fully in swing right now. For those of you who haven't been following along, go into my channel, watch some of the vlogs. For those of you who don't know what the League's Cup is, it's basically a mid-season tournament between the MLS and Liga MX. They combine the two. There's going to be a winner at the end of the League's Cup, and we are officially past the group stage, and we are into the round of 32. So I thought it'd be appropriate to come on here and do a bracket, try to predict what's going to happen in the League's Cup. Hopefully get the winner right, but we'll see how it goes. Let's get straight into this bracket. The League's Cup starts tonight at 8 p.m., or the knockout rounds, I should say. The major game tonight is going to be Orlando versus Miami. Whenever Messi plays, it's a big occasion. So let's get into this bracket. Let's figure out who the winner is going to be. Hopefully I get it all right. Probably won't, though. And we're going to start here with LAFC versus FC Juarez. FC Juarez did beat Austin, but Austin were without some key players. So I think I'm going to go LAFC. LAFC is just way too good of a team. They haven't played that many games this year in the MLS, or compared to the rest of the teams, because they were playing Champions League. They also got a bye for the first round because they won the MLS Cup last year. So I'm going to have to go LAFC there. Second game we have here is Real Salt Lake versus León. Real Salt Lake did destroy the Red Bulls, but the Red Bulls aren't that good as well. So I'm going to have to go León there. And before you guys start grilling me in the comments, I'll admit it, I don't watch that much Liga MX. This is just what I think is going to happen, what I see happening, so don't kill me in the comments. Vancouver versus Tigres. I'm going to have to go Tigres there as well. Monterrey versus the Timbers. The Timbers are usually pretty good, but I'm also going to have to go Monterrey. They're just way too good in Liga MX, and I think that they'll be able to take care of Portland there. This is going to be an interesting game. Columbus Crew just lost Zelarayan. He went out to, was it Saudi? Saudi or Qatar, one of the two, but he is gone. Minnesota. No Zelarayan, but I think Columbus will be able to do it. Sporting KC all the way. They just knocked out Chivas, the biggest upset in the group stage. The fact that Chivas didn't make it through. Club America versus Chicago. Gotta go Club America. Nashville versus Cincinnati. This is also going to be a really, really good game. If you look at the standings, you got Nashville at 4th, Cincinnati at 1 in the East. Being that Cincinnati is playing at home, I'm going to have to take Cincinnati there. Now this right here, this is the spot I like, because this is where my New York Red Bulls are, and I'm going to start with the Red Bulls. I'm going
to nah, he's just having a little bit of fun.
I'm going to say we're going to beat NYCFC. I'm going to be at that game, which is, at the time of the recording, the game is going to be tomorrow night in Harrison. That's going to be a sick-ass game, or a Hudson River derby between the two New York clubs. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we'll have a packed house there. Then we have Philly versus DC. Now this game is actually pretty important, not only for the Red Bulls, obviously because they're going to be playing them, but also for the channel. If Philly goes through, the game will be played in Philly. But if DC goes through, then the game would be played either at Red Bull Arena or at Citi Field if NYCFC beats them. So I'm going to hope that DC wins, but I'm going to have to go Philly there.
That's right, baby! That's right!
I just think Philly's too good for DC. Pumas. Got to go with Pumas. There. The New England Revolution versus Atlas. So Atlas is actually the first Liga MX side that I ever saw play live, and they played a hell of a game against NYCFC. They pressed really hard. New England Revolution, Bruce Arena just got caught up in some controversy, and he was put on not permanent leave, but temporary leave, I guess you could say, from the Revolution. So they are going to be without their head coach, and for that reason, I'm going to go Atlas. Which would be huge here as well for the channel, because if the Red Bulls can get through NYCFC, if they get DC, they play at home. If they get Philly, we go to Philly. I could possibly make the trip out to Philly to vlog that game for you guys if you guys would be interested. And then if we get past whichever one there, being that it would be a Mexican side, all games are going to be played in the U.S., so we could see another quarterfinals game at Red Bull Arena, which would be so sick for us. Going down here, Mazatlan versus FC Dallas. Mazatlan was a surprise, but I don't think that they're that good. Jesus Ferrer with FC Dallas, I'm going to have to go them. And this is the biggest game of the group stages because I believe this is going to be the hardest game that Messi has played yet. It's tonight at 8 p.m. At the time of the recording, it's 4:30. I'm going to try to put this video out as soon as possible. So if you haven't watched the game yet, let me know who you guys think is going to win this game. If you've already seen it, then obviously you already know the result. I want to say Orlando. I think very strongly that Orlando can upset Miami. However, you can't go against Messi. But I'm gonna go on record to say I would not be surprised if Orlando beats Miami tonight. I think they're gonna beat Miami, but just for the sake of the bracket, I'm gonna put Miami through to the next round. Then we have Cruz Azul versus Charlotte, able to knock off Atlanta, who's usually pretty good, especially at home. Now they go up to Charlotte. Charlotte's also a really good team there. I'm going to have to go Cruz Azul. I'm going to have to go Cruz Azul. Pachuca versus Houston. I think Houston will be able to pull it out. Although I do think that there's going to be a lot of Pachuca fans in Houston, so that could make for a nice little environment there as well. Then let's go on to the round of 16, LAFC versus Leon. I think if LAFC could still get upset here, they have been off for a couple of weeks, not playing, being that they did get a bye in the first round. I think they could be a little rusty, or they could be well rested. But I'm going to go with LAFC to go through there. Monterrey versus Tigres would be a sick matchup. They'd probably play it in LA. That's actually going to be such a nice atmosphere, especially in LA. I'm going to have to go Monterrey. Monterrey is just nasty, I'm going to be honest. Sporting KC versus... This is when things get tough, man. I think Sporting KC can get it done. If they were able to knock off Chivas, they'll be able to knock off Columbus. America versus Cincinnati. I'm going to have to go America there. Coming off to our side, I'm hoping that the Red Bulls can pull out a win against Philly. I don't see it happening. They beat us 1-0 the first time that we played in the MLS. We gave them a good game. I think if we beat NYCFC, hopefully it brings some belief into the team. Hopefully we can beat the Philadelphia Union. Pumas versus Atlas. This is a classic game as well. There's actually going to be so many good games here. I'm going to go... I'm gonna go. I'm leaning Pumas for some reason. I'm leaning Pumas. I don't know. So I think it's still gonna be Dallas versus Orlando. But if it's Dallas versus Miami, I'm assuming that they'd have the game be played in Miami. If not, it could be Messi's first away game. With. Oh yeah, it would be, right. Oh no, that has nothing to do with it. I thought it meant that this would always be the home team. I think Miami can take on Dallas and can beat Dallas. I think Cruz Azul would beat Miami. Or no, Cruz Azul would beat Houston, which would set up the rematch with Miami. Yo, this could actually get so juicy. LAFC versus Monterrey. I'm going to go Monterrey there. I'm going to go America beating Sporting KC. I'm going to go Red Bulls beating Pumas. I'm going to go Miami beats Cruz Azul again. Then I'm going to go America. And I don't think that we can beat Miami. I don't even think we're going to get past Philly, if I'm going to be honest. And then Pumas would be a tough game. Atlas would also be a tough game. I say, hey, a third place match would be good enough for the Red Bulls. I see America versus Miami. Monterrey versus the Red Bulls. Monterrey would probably win that third place game. And then I'm going to go... it's so hard to go against Messi, man. It's so hard to go against Messi. I hate seeing that. Being that I am Portuguese, I am a Ronaldo fan. I'm a Red Bulls fan. If we make it, honestly, if we make it all the way to the semifinals, I'll be happy with that. I don't even think that we make it past the round of 16 against Philly. Hopefully it'll be against DC so we can play at home so I don't have to travel to Philly. Second prize, all second chance brackets. Total number of goals in the whole tournament, let's say 69. And that's my bracket. Let me know what you guys think of this bracket. I think America could give Miami a very tough game as well, although it would be in Miami. But let me know what you guys think of this bracket. Who you guys think I got right? Who you guys think I got wrong? Who would you put differently? Who do you guys think is going to win the League's Cup? We have one guaranteed game tomorrow against NYCFC. It's going to be a sick game. I'm having my boy Seamus help me out with that vlog, so make sure to stay tuned for that one. I think it could be my best video that I've put out yet. And then if DC goes through, then they'll be coming to play at the Red Bull Arena, so I'll definitely be there. And if not, if Philly goes through, I might make the trip up to Philly. And then being that probably down here is going to get a Mexican side, we would have a quarterfinal game at home. And then if we play against Miami, it would be away, so I wouldn't go to that. But if we get a Cruz Azul or a Pachuca or a Houston or a Charlotte, I don't know how they would figure out which team would be home. So we could possibly even have a semifinal at home. So stay tuned. We've got content coming out all over the place. We're going to get the Prem back pretty soon. We'll have football content here pretty soon. So I've got massive plans here for the channel. I appreciate you guys for watching. Once again, thank you so much for 105 subscribers. Drop a like, drop a comment, and just let me know who you guys think is going to win the League's Cup. And if you made it this far, just put the red emoji so I know that you watched the whole video for the Red Bulls. Let's go Red Bulls. Let's beat NYCFC tomorrow for the very least. And we're out of here. Peace.
Like the video and subscribe to Crossover.